Hey everybody, welcome to the show. It's that time of the day. It's that time of the week. Tim, it is Friday. Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday?
That's all I got.
TGIF.
Yeah, you say that almost every time.
TGI Friday. Do you remember the TGIF lineup on ABC?
Well, okay. Which incarnation? Because
Which the best one? I don't know.
like 1990. Well, because they're
Family Matters.
Yes.
Step by Step.
Yes.
Full House, right?
Of course.
Yeah. What else?
Well, I think Full House was first.
Perfect Strangers.
Well, so, okay. This is why it's important, or like when I said like which incarnation, because there was like this 87 to 90. In which it was a different lineup compared to when it was like 1990 to like 93.
I feel like those ones I mentioned weren't all in the same lineup. However, those are the ones that stick out, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, I could probably just look at my phone, but I'm not going to.
No, what's the point? It's more fun to just talk about things we don't know. Which one's your favorite? Which one did you look forward to?
Well, it definitely Full House.
Yeah.
I loved Step by Step.
I did too. Like guilty pleasure. Yeah, that's probably why we're doing this together. We both loved Step by Step growing up.
Well, just think of all the hours of podcasting they did on that show, which certainly had.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
now.
see, it all just
it's
influenced.
all coming together.
That show took place in like Green Bay, right?
Port Washington.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
Well, how do you remember that even?
Because it was Port Washington. Because it was in Wisconsin. There's a lot of sitcoms that take place in Wisconsin.
Okay. Port Washington, Wisconsin. I was like Port Washington, like Washington.
No. I mean, it's like, it's on Lake Michigan. It's, kind of up the way from Milwaukee, not quite to Green Bay.
Well, do you know why I seem to remember this, though, is because when I went to Green Bay last summer, Green Bay, the area, for a family vacation, and I was driving.
Sorry, by the way.
Yeah, me too. Actually, was pretty great. I will say, not the city.
Well, you went to Door County.
Yes.
I mean, really.
Door County.
So you had to drive through Green Bay.
Distinctly different. Right. But as I was driving on whichever boring highway.
29.
Sure. I saw the roller coaster that is in the scene from Step by Step. I recognize
there's no roller coaster. Is there? Because I was just going to. He's pulling out his phone.
Now I have to. Yeah.
Now he's looking it up.
Because I'm probably wrong.
But no. I mean, I would be shocked. Oh, you are okay. So you're thinking of Bayside Park in Green Bay.
Yeah, it was.
And there's like an old rickety.
Yeah, and it's the same roller coaster that I remember seeing on Step by Step.
Okay, well, maybe that's the case. But I was always confused that there was a roller coaster there, and there's not a roller coaster in Port Washington. No, but I lived in Green Bay for 18 months, and sorry for my Green Bay listeners. I know who you are. Probably among the worst 18 months of my life. No offense to anyone that I was working with, but oh man, that was rough. Anyway. So what do we got coming up on Monday? Are we talking about the TGIF lineup?
Yes. Turns out TGIF didn't exist.
By the way, Perfect Strangers, my favorite. That's
that was good stuff. No, so we are talking about past lives, specifically children remembering past lives.
Yes.
And it's kind of like how do you even explain this stuff? Mm-hmm. And what I had talked about during the show was some very specific researchers, some academics that had looked into these cases and talked further, or dug into, right, like what was going on. They were trying to find an academic explanation for these children.
Well, not even, I mean, yes, they were trying to find an academic explanation, but I think the most interesting thing was they were observing it academically, scientifically.
Well said. Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what makes it fascinating. And I kind of alluded to it in the show, you'll hear, but I came into this kind of thinking we were going to be talking about a bunch of people that, claimed they were Henry VIII and Cleopatra in past lives and, Napoleon. And you talked about three very interesting cases where just unknown children were claiming that they were unknown people in past lives. And specifically, of course, what makes them really interesting is that they were able to talk about facts and names and events that the children likely should not have known about otherwise, which made it really interesting and kind of left me grasping for explanations throughout. So really, really good episode. I get tired of saying that every week, but yeah. I mean, really, it was. So I think you should tune in. Not our normal kind of aliens and government and UFOs kind of stuff, but I would say much more fascinating than some of that altogether because it's kind of real.
It affects all of us.
It affects, or it did, when we were 2 to 7, perhaps. So
Stay tuned. You'll find out what that means.
I still don't know what that means.
Fair enough. All right. Thanks, everybody. Hopefully you have a great weekend. We are thinking about all of you, each and every one of you. Boy, that sounds weird to say out loud.
No, Zach is.
Wait,
I'm
what?
I'm not thinking about any of you except maybe like 5 or 6 of you.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
All right. Well, have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Monday.